Hi Scorpio, this is Jody with Soul Purpose Tarot, here to do your January 2019 reading. So if you've been here before, welcome. You know what I normally do is I pull 4 or 5 or 6 tarot cards of however it falls out and look at it to see if it's love or life or career or whatever. I'm in Carmel, Indiana. I am a Libra Sun, Capricorn Rising, and Sagittarius Moon. So let's see what's going on with you Scorpios. So the first card is the Knight of Pentacles. So to me that makes me feel like you are doing okay in your career, but you're not satisfied with it. And the Knight of Swords came up, got a couple knights there, and you're starting to think about maybe making some changes. Whoa. And the Star card came up. So to me that says that you have some dreams that you have always thought about doing, and you're starting to really contemplate making that change and moving towards those dreams. And okay, so the first thing I keep hearing or feeling this word magazine. So I feel like you might have a vision board that you have flipped through magazines in the past and kind of went, gosh, man, I want to do that. Or you've kind of been doing vision boards or trying to manifest certain things and kind of trying to focus your life in a certain direction for a long time. And now you're really starting to think about putting some action behind the daydreaming. Before it was just there's another one, Ace of Swords. That's a new beginning in thoughts. So it's like you're ready to start really thinking about making some of these dreams that you've had come into fruition instead of, just thinking about it and looking at magazines and pictures and whatever. I feel like you're like, I'm tired of just looking at the magazines and thinking and dreaming about it. I want to make it actually happen in my real 3D life is the feeling that I'm getting here. So let's get at least 1 or 2 more cards. There's one. 4 of Swords. A lot of doubts. A lot of doubts about that. You can't see how to make it happen. So I feel like when you have started to think about it, you've laid in bed and it's kind of kept you up and it's caused you some anxiety. And that's the one thing that's kind of stopped you from doing anything about it, is because you can't see how to get from here to the end, because you feel like you have to have everything all figured out before you even start it. So let's talk about some blocks that you are working with currently. And I feel like self-doubt, and that's coming in. And oddly enough, I'm going to use, these are twin flame cards, but they've got just like words on them. And they have really great messages, especially when it comes to blocks. So what kind of blocks are the Scorpios working with that's stopping them from going where they want to go? You've got a block of a soulmate that just came up. So you have a person in your life. I feel like that could be boyfriend, girlfriend, spouse, or something. Maybe they're not supportive, or maybe it's a case of you are the one that has to support the family and you can't figure out how to change jobs and go from one job to the other. So I feel like there's family that's involved, that's part of your blockage. Oh, and then the winter card came out. I just had that in the Libra card that came out, or the Libra reading I did, and the message that came along with that is, for me and a lot of people I know, winter is a time of thinking and reflection, at least where I come from. In Indiana, it's cold. The sun isn't out a lot of times. It's nasty out. You don't even want to go out, so you spend a lot more time inside. And that's kind of when you start thinking about things and doing stuff behind the scenes. And you're also maybe not quite as energetic. And so this is a time to just kind of start thinking about it and maybe doing a few things, not necessarily with the intention of like, I'm just going to go full blast with it, because not only you aren't the only one that's kind of sitting back and going, like I need for the days to get longer instead of having as much night as there is daytime. You know, everybody's kind of like that. So April-ish always seems to be kind of like the month when you can finally see the light at the end of the tunnel, and the days are longer, the weather starts getting nicer, people start getting in better moods. And so I'm gonna say, if you do have dreams of doing something and switching jobs or whatever this plan is that you're trying to put into fruition, for whatever reason, I'm feeling like April is when you can actually kind of like start. Conclusion, the key came out as a block. Let's see. Let me keep going with that. I'm not sure what that means as a block right now. Let me think about that. No, nothing's coming. What is a block for Scorpio currently that maybe that they can work on right now, and then when April rolls around, they can start working on things? What's a block that they are working with right now? Show me blocks. You're healing from something. And it also shows the chakras. So that makes me think that you are out of balance in some way, shape, or form. So these next, January, February, March, next 3 months are going to be about healing something and then moving forward in April. And balancing your chakras and balancing everything in your life. And there's 2 more cards. Let's see what came out. You've got some self-worth issues. I knew that was going to come up. I knew it. Self-doubt, self-worth is one of the main hindrances that stops people from jumping into something that they've always thought about. Writing a book, starting their own business, doing whatever, is they have self-worth issues that make them think, I could never do that. Nobody's going to would be interested in that with me. You don't have the self-confidence. So maybe that's where the healing comes in, is you need to heal your self-worth issues and realize that you do have what it takes. You do know what you're talking about. And that's what needs to happen in order for you to finally, jump into things in April. We got 1 more card here. Separation. Okay, so that to me, this feels, what it's taken me to is, it feels like it's taken me back to a relationship prior to the one that you're in right now. A relationship, I'm not going to say physically abusive relationship, but a relationship, could be with parents that weren't supportive, could be with, I feel like I want to be taken back to like teenage years. teenage years when you got your heart broken somehow. Maybe you mentioned having these dreams to somebody when you were in high school and they blew it down, or your parents blew it down. And I just keep feeling like it's taken me back to like when you were a teenager and all of a sudden you were like, you know what? I'm not telling anybody else about this. And you kept these dreams in your head and in your heart and in the magazines for the last 20 or 30 years or 10 or however long that has been, because you didn't want to bring that out because you got shot down before, and you need to heal that part, that inner child part, that person that had dreams and ideas back then that somebody shot down. And trust me, it happens a lot. People want to protect you. If it was your parents that shot you down, you know, it's like if they didn't have big dreams and they didn't have self-confidence in themselves, they don't want to see you get hurt. So parents are really, really good about shooting kids down and not encouraging them to think outside of the box. Or maybe you had a girlfriend or a boyfriend. In this case, it's like I feel like I'm talking to guys, guy Scorpios, and you had a girlfriend in high school that you opened up to and told your dreams to, and she wasn't really supportive. And what I'm getting ready to tell you is she wasn't supportive of you because your dreams were going to take you away from her. And so it was kind of like you had dreams. I'm like, I'm going to go to college and I'm going to study engineering and I'm going to learn how to build rockets. And she had dreams. I'm going to marry him, you, and we're going to have kids and da 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 da. And her life didn't fit with the life that you had. And so that's why she poo-pooed it. It didn't have anything to do with you. So this is like really, really specific for somebody. If it's for you, please say something. Or if this resonates, I'm going to be curious. This is coming in really specific for somebody. So anyway, somebody in your past has not been supportive of anytime you kind of opened up to them and said, you know, I've always had a dream of blah, 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 blah. So let me think about this. We've talked about blocks. What other... I'm thinking, what else do we want to know? We already know what your dreams are. We already know what your blocks are. You know what, for right now, I'm just going to get some last words from universe for you on this journey from going from where you're at to where you want to go, from taking it out of looking at the pictures and putting it into action. So, what advice do you have for the Scorpios right now to bring this vision into fruition? What advice do you have for Scorpios to bring this vision into fruition? There's one. Medicine. The last time I got the medicine card, it was to take a chill pill for something, but it doesn't feel like it's to take a chill pill for this one. Maybe I'll keep going and it'll guide me. What else do you want to tell the Scorpios about taking this from fruition? Maybe it is take a chill pill, or maybe it's I don't know. I'm just going to keep going with this. What's this one say? Community. This one feels like it is saying, and I'm a member of meetup.com. If you've never heard of it, it's a great place. There is a community of people for every interest that you can think of in the world. If you want to knit on a Tuesday, there's probably a group that knits on a Tuesday. I started a book club last year, the Brene Brown Book Club, so I could surround myself with more like-minded people. I feel like the community card is saying, find your community of people that will support your dreams. Find your soul tribe. Find someone that's into what you're into, and you can search that through Meetup and just type in some keywords, and those are going to be people that are going to be supportive. Those are going to be people that have the same visions. Those are going to be people that may have already gone from just thinking about it to taking some action in it. There could be leaders and teachers or whatever. So I feel like this community card is saying, reach out to the people that are like-minded that can help you bring this from a dream into reality. I'm still trying to figure out what that medicine card is. All right, let's keep going. What other words of advice do you have? There's two more. Let's see what those say. Affirmations. Affirmations are going to help with the self-worth. Instead of saying, I can't do that, I can't do that, I could never do that, you need to be saying, I can do that. So I feel like there's a lot of negative programming, and it basically what happened is, whether it was your parents that kind of poo-pooed your idea in the past, or a girlfriend, a boyfriend, maybe it was your best friend in grade school that you told this idea to and they poo-pooed it. That you just continued as an adult saying those negative recordings in your own head. You know, they said it first, and then you just carried on, and you have continued to say those negative things over and over and over again. You have got to break those negative recordings and start saying, I can, I will, I am, whatever, instead of I'm not good enough, I'm not, you know, whatever. You get the message. And retreat. To me, retreat always feels like, and God, this is a gorgeous card. I don't know if you can see that. To me, that makes it feel like they are saying, take a walk. If you're in Indiana, it'll be warm again soon, maybe tomorrow, who knows. Take a walk in nature and get with yourself. Get deep within yourself. Have the conversation with yourself. Shut out all the other negative voices that you listen to, and tap into your higher self, oversoul, your guides. Talk to your past relatives that have gone over before you. Ask for them to help you. Ask them to lead you to the place that you can ask them to lead you to the people that you need to have in your life to take you from one place to another. There's plenty of help out there. Just make sure that you surround yourself with them and not the ones that never did anything about their dreams. Because I can guarantee you, every single person out there has a dream in their heart, in their mind, that they have thought about it. Some people will take action and do something about it, and some people will never do anything about it because they feel like they just don't have the confidence in them. So you need to be around the people that are yes people and have the big dreams and do that. So I think that's about it. I mean, that's kind of what this whole thing is about, is you've got some big ideas and you've got some healing to do and some self-worth, working on your self-worth to do that. But I will see you guys middle of January, and we'll see where this takes you. But like I said, I feel like it's going to be April when you can start doing the groundwork and the foundation work now. But for whatever reason, it feels like April is when you can kind of actually start really, really doing something. or it's going to take off somehow. I don't know. We'll see what happens in April. Anyway, I will see you guys later, and Happy New Year. Bye.